Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're a subscriber, my name's Neil and it's time for another episode of Lost. I just finished watching episode 13 of season 3, The Man from Tallahassee, and that name remains a little cryptic to me, but I just had an idea the moment after I finished recording that reaction, and it's this. Is the man from Tallahassee Locke's father? Was he hiding out in Tallahassee? Is that the coincidence of that place name? Because Kate was running to Tallahassee when she was on the run too, and after Locke's dad killed his future son-in-law and then attempted to kill Locke, he went on the run as well. So, does everyone run to Tallahassee? Is that what happens in the Lost universe? Is it just like how bad men lie about being from Canada on Lost? First Ethan, then Locke's dad here. Nathan was from Canada as well, although he wasn't as bad as Anna Lucy. I thought he was. He was just a bit of a douche. Yeah, a ton to absorb from last episode. I think the biggest takeaway from Locke blowing up the submarine is this. It levels the playing field. We know that when Desmond self-destructed the Swan, that event wiped out communications, so that ever since then, the last couple of weeks, the others have lost communication with the outside world. Now they've lost transportation with the outside world. They don't have that sonar beacon, which they could use to bring their submarine in, and now they've lost the submarine as well. So it feels like the others have been brought down a notch, and if the survivors haven't exactly been elevated, things have at least leveled out a little bit. Everyone's on more of an equal footing. Obviously, the others have been here longer. They've got more infrastructure. They've got, homes and electricity and running water and all of this. But now they don't have the additional advantage of aid from the outside world. And I feel like now it's almost necessary for the two tribes to intermingle a little, and there's certainly going to be more interplay. The possibilities just multiplied by orders of magnitude because of that. There's so many new combinations, all these great Ben and Locke scenes. I look forward to seeing Tom bump into Sawyer for the first time since Sawyer was kidnapped. Who knows? We're being introduced to more others as well. Juliet and Kate. I feel like there could be some really interesting things between those two characters. I feel like we've just sort of added a new dimension to the show, opened a door to an entire new playing field, and I have no idea where we're going to go, but I love that there's so many options right now. It's very interesting and fascinating. Never mind tantalizing hints of this new mysterious thing, this box that mysteriously provides whatever you wish for. It's a genie's lamp, basically, and the first thing we see it provide, if we're to trust Ben, and of course we can't trust Ben, but if we're to trust Ben, the first thing that this magic box that may or may not exist, if we trust Ben, is Locke's bound and gagged dad. So wow, that's interesting. This next episode, episode 14 of season 3, is called Exposé, and unfortunately, because I'm playing these on Disney+, I couldn't avoid seeing the little slug line accompanying the episode, so I know this one's about Nikki and Paolo. And maybe we can make their backstory interesting. Maybe convince me why these characters didn't appear before season 3. Convince me why they were never hinted at. They never had a bit line here or there or elsewhere, and they suddenly got introduced in 301 like they've been there the whole time and nobody bats an eye. The only person who's made any sort of odd comment about them was when Sawyer first met them. Who are you even? To Nikki, but that's what's coming up in this episode. I can't imagine that's everything, but I do imagine that means we're probably back with Survivorville for the most part. Perhaps we're going to be taking an episode off from Otherville. So yeah, who's back? We've got Sun and Jin, Charlie, Desmond, Hurley, Sawyer. Lots of opportunities for story back in Survivorville. Let's see if they're starting to get worried about Kate's rescue mission with Locke and Saeed yet. And with that, let's jump into episode 14. This one is called Exposé.
And now, dancing on stage 3, the Pride of St. Paul, Corvettes.
If there was a stripper on the plane, Sawyer would have found her long before season 3. I'm just putting that out there now.
No. That's the money for the orphanage.
What?
That means, Mr. Lashad, you're the Cobra.
Pretty and smart.
Oh, so this is what we heard on Locke's TV back in... This is just a really cheesy TV show that Locke was watching back in the day.
Billy D, it was so great working with you.
Billy D. Williams playing Billy D. Williams. Awesome.
All right, that's a series wrap for Corvette. Let's hear it for Nikki.
Well done, Rob.
You don't need to die. We can bring you back next season.
So
How?
I get that that's for the art, but there's definitely a special effects man taking some wiring off that jacket before she walks off the stage.
I suppose you'll be leaving Sydney and heading back to LA.
No, I'm not leaving Sydney. I love you.
I love you too.
You okay?
What happened?
What was she running from, and what did she bury? Did she just die?
Dude.
I guess the fans didn't
Nikki's
like
dead.
Nikki.
How's Nikki?
Is Sawyer that dumb, or is there something I'm missing? The fans weren't fans, eh?
Paolo, come in here.
Yes, sir.
Paolo, my boy, you have a new fan. I'd like you to meet Nikki.
The food is amazing.
He's the Wolfgang Puck of Brazil.
Wow.
The Wolfgang Puck of Brazil wants to be a personal chef to some director in Australia? No.
Paolo?
What is going on? Everyone's just dying? And I'm seeing a couple special guest stars just like that.
I would have loved it if you could have figured out a way where I didn't have to eat the same food as him. Razzle. Frickin' dazzle.
She stumbled out of the jungle, face planted, said something like plywood.
Actually, I think she said power lines.
Paolo.
What she said. She was 5 seconds from dying.
Paolo lies. That's what she said. Paolo lies, not power lines. Paolo lies.
Who the hell's Paolo?
Cheers.
There's nowhere to sit. Let's just leave. You already screwed us out of seats in first class. Why would you be able to find them here?
It's the old Boone and Shannon and the new Boone and
Promise me
Shannon.
we'll never end up like them.
Dead? I'm guessing this episode didn't go over well with the Losties out there. Yeah. They did a good job of inserting her into all of this between additional footage and green screen work with.
Are we alive? Do we survive?
They brought back Ertz
okay?
for a second.
Am I okay? Hey, does anybody have a bed?
Where's Paolo?
Look at me. Where's the bag?
The Exposé bag with the razzle
Telling you, this
dazzle.
is the trail. What do you know about tracking?
And
Well, I know
he's
what the
dead
footprint
too.
is.
Over here.
What is...
Whoa. I'm guessing that's Paolo.
It's a fun mystery, but it doesn't...
He's just like Nikki, no wound, nothing.
I do have to wonder, when you're booked for a season of work or television, you aren't booked for 22 episodes or whatever. You're booked for 4 episodes or 7 episodes or 17, and you get paid per episode. You get paid per episode. So I wonder how many episodes these guys were
Dude,
under contract
Two people
for.
are dead. You ever think they might have been poisoned?
that's evidence. You're messing up the crime scene. Stop. Monster.
How many times do I have to tell you there's no such thing as monsters?
I'm Ethan.
Actually, we're not looking for clothes. Yeah, see, Paolo here lost his nicotine gum.
Ouch.
Leave him alone!
Man, we're going all the way back.
We want to know what happened. We got to find out whatever we can about these jabronis.
Jabonis?
Nina and Pablo.
Dude, show some respect. You know their names.
What are you doing with all this stuff?
Oh, well, since we've got here, I've discovered 20 new species. That is Latrodactys regina. Very dangerous. They call her the Medusa spider.
Well, that's not going to be relevant at all.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't trust that guy. We should have gone to Ethan. He would have helped.
Paolo, look.
Oh, they found it. They found the Beechcraft long ago.
If I go up there, that thing's gonna fall.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fall.
What? You want me to die?
What is that?
They walked right over the hatch and they didn't... So they already knew about it when they went to it?
You don't want to climb up to a plane, but now you want to climb down a ladder into a dark tunnel. I don't think so.
Oh, man, these two are frustrating.
Could be a virus.
Dude, monster.
Hell's Exposé.
One of the most awesome hour of television ever? No way. Initial shot was the Cobra?
What? 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 What?
Is that supposed to mean something?
Dude, the Cobra's this big bad guy.
They have a
Identity's been shrouded
walkie?
in mystery for 4 seasons.
Every damn one of those bastards on the other side of the island had one exactly like this hanging from their belts.
So how did Nikki and Paolo get?
They were working with the others.
Were they?
The case is locked. The key is around Jack's neck, all right? I promise you they're safe.
The pigs are walking here.
Huh?
The pigs are walking!
Oh, I miss Arzt. What a great character.
He said they found the case on the bottom.
Let me ask you something.
What?
If you didn't need me to find that bag, would we still be together?
Just dive in.
Are those bodies still in there? Yeah. It's a good episode in the sense that it's like it's basically a refresher episode, isn't it?
Nothing.
There's nothing down there?
No. Paolo lies. Paolo lies.
I was with the others like 2 weeks ago. They're on a total other side of the island.
Then who dragged me into the jungle?
Actually, you've gone 40 days without a smoke. You shouldn't need your nicotine gum that much. So what's in the Russian nesting doll?
Nice night. Every man's entitled to his secrets, Paolo, but can I give you a piece of advice? Things don't stay buried on this island. Winter's coming.
So he hid it in the bathroom in there because when he was there the first time, it's oh yeah, it's still working. I imagine this was a handy episode for all those losties who were really tracking all the days of when everything happened, just to help them sort of. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That him? Shepard?
This is interesting.
He's cute. Shepard will never agree to do the surgery.
No, I can convince him to do it.
How?
Same way I get anybody to do anything. I find out what he's emotionally invested in, and I exploit it.
Oh, they left the walkie.
I'm sorry, your boy Sawyer. But that girl, Nikki.
You said you didn't know her.
And why was she yelling at him?
Vincent! Dude! He pretended he didn't know their names, but then he was fighting with Nikki.
Sawyer's not a murderer. It is the others. I know what they can do.
Son?
You gonna say it, Charlie? You gonna admit it?
It was me who took you. Not the others. Sawyer told me I could get even by helping him steal the guns. We just made it look like the others.
I'm not sure that was just for your own benefit, Charlie. I'm not sure that was for hers.
Hey,
or for the
everybody.
communities.
We're heading out to the Pearl Station. There's a computer there that might help us find our people. Anybody want to come along?
I'll go.
Great.
What?
What is it that's worth $8 million?
The toilet still works.
Quit lying, dude. Desmond saw you fighting with Nikki this morning.
Yeah, me and Nikki went at it this morning. Because she wanted a gun.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
She was burying something. If you take the time to dig a hole right before you die, then what you're hiding is probably pretty damn good.
What does she hide?
Diamonds? Razzle dazzle?
Maybe not finding it was good for us.
How do you figure that?
Might have torn us apart.
Oh. The nicotine gum is the giveaway. Paolo lies. Hey, how would he still have nicotine gum?
Give me a gun.
Even if I had a gun, I wouldn't give it to you.
Now he's reading an Agatha
Judging by
Christie,
the
because this
fire you're
episode's a
breathing,
murder mystery.
I got a feeling no good would come up.
Thanks for nothing.
And who the hell are you?
Charlie told me it was your idea. To kidnap me.
You gonna tell Jen?
No. Because then we'd have to dig another grave.
See, I thought I was gonna get out of this without a lesson.
I guess we didn't really know you very well.
You're not even wrapping them up in blankets like everyone
And
else.
it appears you killed each other for diamonds. Okay, then. Goodbye.
Wait.
That seems like a dumb thing, Sawyer. That's out of character. No way Sawyer wouldn't hang on to those.
We're almost there.
He has hope he's getting off the island.
I know you have them, Paolo, so where are they?
Calm down, okay?
He told me why they call it the Medusa spider. One bite from the spider will paralyze you for about 8 hours. It won't kill you. It'll just slow your heart
So
rate
they're
down
not
to the
dead,
point where
they're
even a
just-
doctor would have a hard time.
Are we gonna get buried alive?
I'm guessing that you have the diamonds on you. Huh?
That's why his pants were undone. They're not walking on diamonds. They're in his pants. Come on. Check the pockets for freak's sake.
If you found the diamonds, you wouldn't need me anymore.
And here comes the monster for her. Oh, no.
Ow. Damn it.
No one checked their pulse in all of this.
You okay?
Hey, what happened?
Paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed. Are they gonna get buried alive? Okay. Man, after last episode, this is obviously a complete departure. But you know what? I had fun with it. And I think the writers and producers did too. And the only thing I'm trying to figure out is this a response to a very lukewarm reception to Nikki and Paolo at the start of the season, or was this always the plan? Because I feel like this is a response episode. I don't feel like if this was always the plan, then Nikki and Paolo serve no real purpose. They don't contribute to the storyline whatsoever. And I don't feel like that's a move that the producers and writers of Lost would make. Therefore, I feel like this is a response episode. This is, fans aren't digging on Nikki and Paolo. Nobody gets why they're suddenly on the island. I think we need to kill them off. Well, what's a fun way to kill them off? Let's do a murder mystery episode. And that's what this episode felt like more than anything else. It felt like a 1980s detective TV show. It felt like a Murder, She Wrote or a Columbo. That sort of 1 hour network television murder mystery. And Hurley was kind of our cop. Sawyer was our red herring villain, and it turns out they killed each other, except they didn't even kill each other, they were just paralyzed. I don't know, man. It's all just very... It's fun, but I just don't... It felt like it was just a necessary episode to get these two characters out of the way. And like I said, during the episode, it was a bit of a refresher episode. It's like, let's remember all these key moments during our 2.5 year run at this point. We go back to Jack's speech of live together, die alone, back in the early days. We recreated some wreckage scenes. We went back to some locations that we've only ever been to once, where Kate and Sawyer found the briefcase in the waterfall pool that we've never returned to. Nikki and Paolo discovered the plane before anyone else. They discovered Pearl Station before nobody else. Why would they tell nobody about either of these things? We see things like, it was cool to see Dr. Arzt again, but he was suddenly like collecting plant and animal specimens. We never saw any of that. And how in 80 days does Sawyer never learn the name of the hot actress chick? That's perhaps the most unbelievable part about the whole episode to me, is Sawyer never once hit on the cute girl that plays strippers on television. Come on. Do we have no faith in who Sawyer is? Anyway, we killed off Nikki and Paolo. They got what they deserved, maybe. Are there too many con men and women on this show? I'm asking. I'm not sure, but I'm asking. Obviously there's Sawyer. And then there's Locke's dad. And Kate's not a con man for profit, but a con man by necessity. And now these two are basically running a long con to steal this man's diamonds. I don't buy it. And also, guys, that wasn't $8 million worth of diamonds. There needed to be some bigger carat stones in there for that small pouch to be worth $8 million. But anyway, yeah, it's just certain things didn't ring quite true. I like the little note. I like the little clever little bits in there. I like that Sawyer was reading an Agatha Christie in the murder mystery episode. That was fun. I like the reveal of what the Medusa spider actually does at the end. I like that, we weren't supposed to hear what Nikki said at the very beginning. It made total sense when Hurley deciphered it as Paolo lies. And then the reveal at the end, I'm paralyzed, was a clever reveal. I liked that. I mean, it was a well-crafted murder mystery for nothing else, but it felt so out of place for the Lost universe that it just bumps. And I get why. I suspect a lot of fans aren't big fans of this episode. But hey, we don't need to worry about Nikki and Paolo anymore, right? Unless one of them happens to claw their way out of that grave. It was very convenient also how more Medusa spiders suddenly showed up and bit Nikki. when no one else has ever had to deal with these spiders at any point during the island. That's nature's karma having its way right there. But it's mostly the writers having their way with trying to remove a tumor of a... That's what you have to sort of look at this episode as. Nikki and Paolo were a tumor in the body of Lost, a cancer that was growing, and they had to be removed. They weren't contributing to the story. They weren't. The fans weren't fans, and so they had to be operated on and removed. And that surgery can be invasive. Sometimes it's not pretty, but it's necessary, and hopefully the show can heal and move on from here. And I'd be surprised if we mention them much at all in the future, because like I said, they had not contributed up until this point. In half a season, they were the exposition twins. They spelled out a few little things for us, but they really contributed nothing to the plot. And they weren't compelling characters. I didn't even feel that their scam in Australia was particularly compelling or exciting. I was never invested in them as characters. They felt like they were hired to be a couple of pretty faces on a show that doesn't rely on sex appeal for its main characters. Many of their main characters are considered incredibly good looking, but none of them were hired because they're good looking. They're hired because they're very fascinating characters, very fascinating actors who brought a lot of interest and personality to their characters. And it feels like Paolo and Nikki were just artifice. They were just pretty faces, and I didn't feel anything beneath that. You know, there was no depth to those characters at all, and every other character on Lost has depth, which just shines a beacon on how shallow those two characters were. So yeah, they had to die, and if you have to kill them in an episode that doesn't quite measure up or fit the overall arc of the story, it's better to operate when the tumor is small as opposed to putting the surgery off and off and off. And at some point you may not be able to operate, and the characters may kill the show. So, well done to the producers for knowing when they had to get rid of them, and for doing it in an entertaining but bumpy way. And I look forward to moving on to the next episode and getting back into the meat of this storyline, where I really feel like we're doing some. We like I said in my reaction to episode 13 of season 3, I feel like there's so many avenues and opportunities and possibilities ahead of us, and I can't wait to see where we go next. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.